Yesterday, the favorites stumbled. Today, the superstars refused to. Three of the biggest names in the sport played today. All three delivered. In New Jersey, Kylian Mbappe rewrote France's record book. In Boston, the most feared striker on the planet finally walked onto a World Cup pitch. And in Kansas City, a 38-year-old reminded everyone he is still Lionel Messi. 3 games, 3 superstars. Here is how today actually happened. We start in New Jersey, France against Senegal. And for an hour, this did not look like France at all. Senegal were the better team. Nicholas Jackson hit the post. Ismaila Sarr missed an open goal from a few yards out, the kind you score in your sleep. France looked slow, second to every ball. The team that won this whole thing 8 years ago were being outplayed, and they knew it. Then Kylian Mbappe decided enough was enough. He scored the first. Bradley Barcola added a second with a chip so casual it was almost rude. Senegal pulled one back deep in stoppage time through a teenager, Ibrahim Mbaye, and for about a minute, there was a game again. For about a minute. Mbappe answered almost immediately. His second, France's third, and that goal was history. With it, Mbappe became the all-time leading goal scorer for France. Not of this squad, not of this era. Ever. The most goals any French player has ever scored now belongs to him. 3-1. France were second best for an hour and still won by 2. That is what the great ones do. They do not need to play well for 90 minutes. They need one moment. Mbappe had 2. Then to Boston, where one of football's strangest gaps finally closed. Norway had not been to a World Cup since 1998. 28 years. An entire generation grew up never once seeing their country at one. And in all that time, Norway produced the most feared striker on the planet. A man who, until today, had never kicked a single ball at a World Cup. Erling Haaland. 29 minutes in, he scored. 43 minutes in, he scored again. 2 goals first half on his World Cup debut. Of course he did. But Iraq did not just stand and watch. In between those goals, Ayman Hussein rose for a header and equalized. 1-1. Iraq level with the team everyone was talking about. It lasted 4 minutes. Then Norway pulled away. Leo Østigard made it 3. And in the final minute came the cruelest twist of the day. Ayman Hussein, the same man who had scored Iraq's goal, turned the ball into his own net. From hero to 4-1 in a single afternoon. Iraq are at their first World Cup in 40 years. They are still waiting for their first ever win at one. 40 years, and tonight, the wait goes on. And then Kansas City, Argentina, the world champions, against Algeria. From the first whistle, this was the Lionel Messi show. He had a goal ruled out early for offside. It did not matter. On 17 minutes, he scored one that counted, and it was beautiful. Then a second, and in the second half, a third. A hat trick. Stop and think about that. 38 years old, his 6th World Cup, hundreds of matches across 20 years, and the first World Cup hat trick of his entire career came tonight. He is also the first man in history to even play at 6 of these. The records keep finding him. It nearly became 4. Algeria's goalkeeper got a strong hand to a 4th and somehow kept it out. His name is Luka Zidane. Yes, that Zidane. Even the footnote had a famous surname. 3-0. The champions are up and running. And the man everyone bought a ticket to see did precisely what they came for. What it means and close. So, day 6. Yesterday, the favorites slipped. Spain held by a debutante. Belgium rescued by a substitute. Today, the superstars answered. All 3 of them. Mbappe into France's history books. Haaland into his first World Cup with 2 goals before halftime. Messi into the first hat trick of his World Cup career at 38. One day, 3 of the greatest goal scorers alive, all making the same point. Yesterday belonged to the underdogs. Today belonged to the giants. That swing, a different story every single day, is exactly why this is the best tournament on earth. More games tomorrow. We will be right here to explain them.